Morning, thank you. We're going to have some fun here today. So, a couple months ago, we did an NPS score for all the members of the chapter. I'm going to say thank you, I think, for the feedback. True, honest feedback is hard to come by. So, the two things I want to talk about today are two of the things that came up that are unknown, or I don't know what's the right way to put it, but I call them myths. What is the perception of Kent Boehm? So we're going to demythify Kent Boehm. So the two that came up is business coaching. It's expensive. Okay, so we're going to spend a few minutes talking about the expense or the investment of business coaching today. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Kent Boehm and whether or not he's too pie in the sky with his thinking. For those who know me, I am a firm believer that anything is possible. For some people, apparently that makes them uncomfortable, or they don't quite understand what it means to live or dream the impossible. So we're going to spend a few minutes talking about that. So that hopefully should take about 10 minutes. So who's my timer? If you give me a 5 and then a 1 left, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Expensive. So what does that mean?
Investment.
It's expensive, so it's an investment, or maybe there's no value, no perceived value. Maybe sometimes there's no return on investment. So in reality, when somebody says something is expensive, one can make the argument, I would make the argument, they don't truly know what the investment is or what they're getting for what they're spending. Truly understanding the value. So let's play a game. Okay? The game is, I have 2 plane tickets in my desk drawer to Los Angeles. In the bank in Los Angeles, in a vault, safety deposit box, is $100,000 US cash. Right now, I want you to write down the number that you're willing to pay for the 2 plane tickets. So you buy the 2 plane tickets. You and I will fly to Los Angeles. I will give you the $100,000 cash. Okay? Simple game. Some of you have played it before. Those of you who know me, let's do it again. So write down that number right now. Okay, show of hands, who's done?
Is it a round trip ticket?
Yes, sir. And no, that is not the worst question that's ever been asked when I've played this game. All right. What's your number? 5,000. 50,000. 10,000. 50,000. 10,000. 10,000. 10. 10.
I get half of it or the
You get all of it. 98,000. Best answer so far. 100,000. Okay.
98,000 because I figured $2,000 to take 2 plane flights with you is about right.
That's about right. Okay.
65.
65.
90.
90.
90.
90. 5,000.
70, 80,000.
78,000. 40. 10. 10.
I figured I could get a flight for about 2,500.
All right, let's pick on Chris. Gary, what was your answer? Okay. What did Chris say? He said, I could get a flight for $2,500. Is Chris buying a flight or buying $100,000? So park that question. Okay? Who said 50,000? Okay? You said 50,000. Why? She's investing. Okay. So business coaching, is it expensive or is it an investment? It depends on your perception. Much like marketing, what are you willing to buy? What are you willing to pay? What are you willing to learn to get the return on investment? Okay? So no, yes, coaching can be expensive if you're looking at the raw cost. But let's look at some numbers. Did you know? In front of you is a 17-week guarantee. Actually, Coach Kent Boehm has a 17-week guarantee, which basically stipulates that I will guarantee I will improve your profit by $2,500 a month within 17 weeks, or you will get the next 17 weeks of coaching for free. Okay? Who else in life can guarantee that they will improve your profit by $2,500? Okay? Is business coaching expensive? I have a scholarship program, $2,000. If you have 1 employee or less, technically in the trade, so if you don't have any paid employees, I have a $2,000 scholarship program for you. If your business is generating less than $500,000 a year, you're eligible for a $2,000 scholarship. business coaching is not expensive. There's product and services I have to make it affordable for all business sizes and types, startups, mature companies as well. So there's a few things that to help understand that business coaching is not as expensive as we think it is. Too pie in the sky. I love this one. I do love this one. I'm not sure who feels that I'm too pie in the sky. I know how you get that impression, because I truly believe that anything in life is possible, especially in today's world as business owners. Does anybody know my favorite question? My favorite question when I'm sitting down having a conversation, especially with a new business owner or a new prospect, they say something stupid, well, I just can't do that. Or, no, that's not possible. That is my favorite question. And the reason being is my question I come back with that is, so, Chris, we live in the 21st century, right? I think so, okay. Do you know that we have people living in outer space?
I think I was aware of that, yes.
There's actually people living in outer space today. So you can't outsource your call center to make it effective to improve your conversion rate because it's not possible. But we can put people in outer space. So that's my philosophy. It's my ideology. Anything is possible in life. Thank you. And it gets reinforced year after year after year. My wife bought me a gift yesterday. I'd kind of forgotten about it. Celebrating 10 years in business coaching this month. Woo! Thank you. And as I'm writing up the presentation last night, I got to think about what makes me pie in the sky. It's the results my clients get. It's not all about me. It's about the results and what they make is possible. So it's just to give you some sense of what is possible in business. So in the last 10 years, I've worked with over 150 different businesses in 45 different industries spanning 3 provinces, 3 countries, and 2 continents. Okay? I have clients as far west as Vietnam, and as far north as Edmonton, as far south as Houston, Vancouver, etc. Client A, startup, October 15th, 2016. $0 to $40,000 a month in revenue in 120 days. There's a reason I am too pie in the sky, because it's possible. Client B, $25,000 a month in revenue to $67,500 a month in revenue in 120 days. Okay? Client C, something a little more realistic for the ones who think too pie in the sky is not their style. $375,000 revenue. Is that 4 years later? 3 years later? 3 to 4 years later? $1.5 million. And that's a reasonable growth rate, 375, and I think it was about 600,000, then it was 900,000, then it was 1.5. Okay? Last one. My favorite. 12 million to 45 million in 5 years. From about 40 staff to over 90 staff. And they only got about 35% market share. So, too pie in the sky? No, I don't think so. So let's recap. Business coaching. Expense or investment? It's really up for you to decide, but there's enough information there I think to kind of help shed some light on the perception of expense versus investment. Too pie in the sky? Or just a firm believer in what is possible and absolutely astounding, amazing results? So, thank you all very much. I'm going to take a minute for questions if you have any.
Kent, whatever happened to Kent Boehm crazy deals? Here. Some version of that?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Absolutely.
I'm just throwing it out.
All right. You want a Kent's Gone Crazy Summer deal?
Why not?
All right, we'll come up with Kent's Gone Crazy Summer deal.
The self-employed sole proprietor like myself.
Yes.
You know me.
Absolutely. Well, and that's where the scholarship programs come from, right? Because the idea is that in the entrepreneur ladder, we start out as an employee. And at some point in time, we get this notion that, hey, I want to be self-employed. and welcome and congrats to all of you, because now we know we're officially crazy. We're now officially self-employed. But the question, we don't always, some of us want to stay self-employed, and some of us want to get to the point where we have some leverage and we have some employees. So we've designed a program, our startup program, where the scholarships come into play. You might be less than $500,000 in sales, so we have a scholarship program to help you reduce your investment on the start end, so we can get you into startup mode. If you don't have any employees, again, the scholarship program. And then on a very entry level point, depending where you're at in the business life cycle, we have a block of hours. So a low cost investment of a block of hours just to move, get you into the office, get you a knowledge base, and get you a plan that you can start executing with the help and advice, and kind of, as Kurt likes to put it, avoid the pitfalls. We're all going to run into it, right? But if you can work with somebody who's got, I think, a little bit of experience, we can help guide you and give you a better plan that's faster, more executable, and avoid those pitfalls. One last question before my time completely expires.
What does it mean by the 2,000 scholarship, please?
So it's a $2,000 scholarship divided over 4 months of coaching, so you would reduce your coaching fee by $500 a month for 4 months. And again, the plan is to get you 4 to 5 months of the coaching program, so the strategies of time to mature work, and you can improve your profit by $2,500 a month. Last one.
How many clients are you able to take on?
At one time,
Yeah.
my peak maximum has been 22 at one time. And I'm currently sitting at about 14, 16, something like that. But there's coaches in the world that sit at 27, 28. So yeah, back to anything's possible. So my comfort feels about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all very much. Have a great weekend.